Hello good people, welcome to my channel. My name is Shiyelia in Korea. Today I'm going to do an intro for the things that we do not do in Korea, or the 10 things that we don't do in Korea. I've already done 2 or 3 versions of this video, but it was in a long live stream, so now I'm doing a short intro for those videos. So the top 10 things that we do not do in Korea are: number 1, when we take a taxi, we do not sit on the left hand side. As you all know, Korea, they drive on the left, so like the steering wheel is on the left. So when we enter a bus or a taxi, the doors are on the right, and then in the taxi driver actually locks the door so that you don't go into oncoming traffic. So when I first came to Korea, I got confused. Like, even now I don't even know, as a pedestrian, which side do I have to walk. So I just make sure I walk in the pavement. In Zimbabwe, I used to know that as a pedestrian you walk on this certain side, and now my head is like confused, like which side pedestrians should walk. Anyway, I just walk in the pavement. So if you take a taxi in Korea, you don't use the left side to get out. Actually, the doors will be automatically locked, so if you try to open that door, the taxi driver may shout at you or maybe tell you that it's locked, because they'll be like, you want to kill yourself. Anyway, number 2 thing, when opening doors in public facilities, you have to be very careful. Like, if you open the door for yourself to come out and then you see someone coming behind you, sometimes when you open to go through, someone is already wanting to pass before you leave. Like, they just are in a hurry. Korean people are always in a hurry, so you have to be very careful when it comes to opening doors, because you may end up smashing someone in their face unintentionally. Because you know those sliding doors, like those ones which go both ways, like whichever way you push it, the door goes there. I don't know the name of those doors. Please let me know, what are they called? Those you can push and enter, and someone coming from the other side, they can also push and enter. Those doors, you have to be very careful with them. The funny thing is, it's rare to even get a thank you if you hold the door for someone. Like, they just hurry and even push you and never say sorry or excuse me. And it's even rare for anyone to hold the door for you. And the funny thing also, the other one, for older people, like if you hold the door for one older person, they start coming like running. All of them, you may stand more than 10 minutes or even more if you you don't even like remind yourself, hey, where are you going? Leave the door and go. So they will end up lining up, and even like they don't even say thank you but they will just keep on following the door, like, because they don't want to hold the door. And even since you opened, they just assume that that's what you are doing. So anyway, I think it's number 2 with many points. And number 3, if you meet people doing evangelism in Korea, don't be quick to give them your number unless you know what kind of church they are representing, because there are some very queer churches and organizations which do queer things, and some of them are loyal kind of churches, but some are like queer. I've watched several videos. People were complaining that there's some kind of tea ceremonies where they were invited, and later on maybe they were asked to pay some monies, and some people were complaining that they were invited to some kind of churches where they were taught funny doctrines whatsoever. So in Korea, do not give people your number so quickly. And sometimes there are those spam calls, spam advertisements. They just start from there when you just give people your phone number. So Yeah, one time I met very strange people, not very strange people, like people were talking strange doctrine to me. They were saying they pray to Mother God. You know, like, Mother God? And they opened the Bible. I don't know which version they were using, and they showed me where it was written that it was referring to Mother God. And I was like, no, thank you. So those people used to stand at our investigate. So whenever I saw them or suspect that these people maybe are from this church, I would run and make sure or just be pretending I'm on the phone so that they don't follow me. Yeah, and then another thing is never lie about the things that you don't like. Let's say they ask you, do you like coffee? And then say, yes, I like coffee. Every day you'll be given coffee. It's good to say, I don't like coffee at all if you don't really like it, because sometimes some people will over give you things that you don't really like because you just said you like them. So never lie about the things that you don't like. So which goes to coffee or other certain types of food. And on these, never lie about the things that you like. Yeah, you may end up having lots of candy, coffee, chocolate. If you don't like anything, you can maybe deny it in a nice way to say, oh, it causes allergies to me or something like that, so that they don't feel like you rejected them. Because turning down an offer also is something that is part of the things that you should not do in Korea. Yeah, because if you turn down an offer, it's sort of like you are rejecting them. So you have to be very, very, very careful when it comes to rejecting offers. I'm lost in count of the points. So yeah, so there's this sharing culture. Please recount the points. There's this sharing culture in Korea that if you don't want the thing, it's better to take it and maybe get rid of it when you are on your own side. But if you know it's someone you see every day and they're offering the same thing over and over, you can actually plainly tell them you have allergies, so you are not having that thing, thank you, and they will stop or even avoid giving you such things. So for me, like, I don't like sushi, though I've tried. I'm slowly trying some things because I'm like, for experience sake, but I'm just like skeptical because it's raw, so I avoid it whenever necessary. But Koreans love sushi so well. Koreans also love coffee so well. So for me, whenever someone offers me a coffee, I say no thank you. I actually prefer tea or smoothie, because if I drink coffee before end of day, like after 7 p.m, I don't sleep. So it's something that I try not to do. So I always turn down those things and tell them that I'm allergic or I cannot get sleep. Another thing, staring. Staring is something else in Korea, especially if you're a person of color. They will stare like this at you, and you may do like this and turn your eye. They'll be like, especially bus rides, subway, maybe at the bus stop, wherever you are. I'm talking of old people, mainly old people, or those over 45, because below 40, most of them are shy or they don't want to look at people in the eye. But older generation, they will be like, older generation and kids are okay. I can say, okay, kids, they are still learning about other people. But for older generation, maybe they'll be like surprised, like, okay, now I'm looking at a black person for the first time. They will look at you and look at you and look at you. So for me, when someone looks at me like that, I just look aside or just keep looking at them too. So whoever wins will stop looking at the other one. Anyway, I'm just joking, but these are the things that normally happen in Korea. I've lost count of the things. I don't want my video to be too long. If you're interested in knowing these things that happen, or these things that you should avoid in Korea, please check out my previous videos. I'll put links in the description box. Technical issues. My card got full, so it stopped. So anyway, good people, thank you so much for watching. Check you in my next video. Ciao ciao, good people.